In this video, I'll be reviewing the Pochette Métis East-West. Do you think this bag is worth the elevated cost? Stay tuned to hear my thoughts. I'm Jo, otherwise known as the Little Bean on Instagram, TikTok, and now here on YouTube. I started this channel in order to give more in-depth reviews on my bags, as well as share more of my bag collection. If you like this type of content, I'd love for you to like and subscribe. During this review, I'll cover the price, measurements, size comparison, what fits, pros and cons, and finally, my overall thoughts of this bag. So let's start off with the price. This bag currently retails for $2,910 on the Louis Vuitton website. What's pretty crazy is that the original classic Pochette Métis retails for $2,570. So this bag costs arguably significantly more than the original, which is much larger, which I'll show you in a second. So some features of this bag: the classic clasp here that you pinch, has a pretty spacious interior, a zip section here, a nice little pocket in the back. It's a micro suede material. The bag also has a very nice pocket in the back. The pocket is a little too shallow for a phone, but it's still pretty spacious and you could fit a good number of other things back there. It's got these two little D-rings on the sides, and that's to hold the chain and the crossbody strap that come with the bag. So I went ahead and attached everything, and you can see you have this pretty nice chain, as well as a crossbody strap, which is adjustable so that you can turn it into a shoulder strap. You just clasp it right here, and then you also do it on the other side, and then voila, you have your shoulder strap. So for measurements, we'll use my handy dandy measuring tape. It's about 8 1/4 across, about 5 1/4 tall, and about 2 3/4 wide or thick. But I will note that the top part of the bag does push out a little bit, so it might be a little thicker at the top. Okay, so here is the comparison with the original Pochette Métis. And here is the Pochette Métis East-West. So it's not only shorter, it also is a little smaller here as well. From a thickness standpoint, they're about the same size here at the bottom, but I do feel like the top of this one sticks out more than this one does here. And here's another view. So let's talk about what fits. So I have this packed to the brim. Start with my phone. The iPhone 11 Pro is what is being shown here. For those wondering, this iPhone case is from Valerie Constance. I'll put my code down in the caption below. Then I have my all-time favorite SLG, my Celine coin and card case. This is a rather unique piece. It's called the Multiclays Rabat. This is holding all of my cards right now. I have my perfume atomizer from Trevallo, my standard Amazon comb, my key pouch that has my key fob in it, and then 2 Dior lippies. So the question of whether or not it can hold an iPhone Plus. This is my husband's phone, so he has the largest case known to man on it. And it can fit no problem in the center pocket. I also discovered that it can fit in the back pocket as well. It's a bit tighter of a squeeze, but it does fit back there. So let's talk about the pros of this bag. I would say for me, the main pro is the size, especially when you compare it to the Pochette Métis, the classic size. I am rather petite in size. I am pretty short, and I find that the original Pochette Métis literally swallows me whole when I wear it as a crossbody. I actually rarely wear that bag as a crossbody. I tend to add a chain to it to make it a shoulder bag, because I feel like it looks huge on me when I wear it as a crossbody bag. This one, though, I feel like is far more proportionate to my body frame. And as such, I tend to gravitate towards it. I wear it more often. I don't actually wear my Pochette Métis very often. I think it's a classic bag, so it will probably always stay in my collection. But it's not one I carry quite as often unless I have to carry a lot of things. So sometimes if I'm going to church, I'll bring it because I can carry my Bible and notebooks and all those types of things in there. But in most day to day, I'm wanting to carry this one because it just fits better against my body. Another thing I like about it is the versatility. It has these two D-rings on the side, which lets you wear the chain strap for kind of decorative option, as well as the crossbody strap. But you could also just always use only one set of these and only wear the crossbody strap or only wear the chain. Another thing I like is that the strap, as I showed, was convertible, so you can adjust it to become a shoulder strap. And I really like that option because this bag is really cute as a shoulder bag as well. I love the handle. It's really cute. It is vachetta, but I feel like it's less than, some of my other bags. But I do still try to be careful with it. I also think it is deceptively spacious as well. It can hold so much given its size, and that's a major plus for me. It doesn't look huge, but if I needed a bag that can carry a lot, I can definitely use this one. In terms of cons, I mean, the obvious con is the price. I think many will say that it is ridiculous to spend $400 more on a bag that is literally less than half the size of the original. That's debatable to me. I would love to hear everyone's thoughts on this in the comments below. Do you think it's worth it to buy a smaller bag for a higher cost? Um, I wouldn't say I always would do it, but for this one, I didn't hesitate because it just fits my life better. And if I'm going to spend a lot of money on a bag, I want to spend a lot on a bag I'm going to use and a bag I'm going to love. And so in this case, um, I had been eyeing this bag for a long time. It was sold out when I went to Rome, Italy, when I could have gotten it for a better price since it was overseas. But I still bought it when I came back to the US because I just couldn't get it off my mind. It's so cute. I love the silhouette, this envelope shape. I love the clasp of it. It's just such a classic look. It's spacious, like I said, it can carry a lot. And so I bought it. But yeah, that price is pretty intense. I think another drawback that I'll always bring up is the vachetta, and it's just me, or maybe it's others too, comment below, but vachetta stresses me out. And I know I can spray it with things like Apple Guard. I haven't because I have heard, it's not actually good for the leather. And so I've avoided it so far. And instead, I just live a life of fear. So I always avoid this bag during, potential rainy days, which makes it a con. I would have loved to have a bag where it's worry free. So if this had been treated kind of the way that my Nano Alma was, I would definitely enjoy it like that much more. Other than that, the only other thing I would say is a potential con is when you stuff this bag to the brim, it gets fat, like it can stretch. Now, it's definitely a positive that I can hold this much, but it does feel really like it does protrude from the body if you have a lot in it and can feel a little bit bulky. Overall, like I've said in some of my other content, I don't carry as much as I show in my what's in my bag reels. So my bags are not every day packed to the brim the way I've shown it before. So I never really deal with that, but I would say it's a con for someone that's going to, cram everything in the world in here. It's going to feel a little thicker and that might bother some. Overall, is she worth it? I think this one's going to be controversial. And like I said, I really want to hear everyone's thoughts. For me, I think it is worth it because I want a bag that I'm going to use. And for me, like, if I could go back in time and this east-west option was available at the same time that the Pochette Métis was when I purchased it, I would have purchased this one over the Pochette Métis because I just don't use my classic Pochette Métis that often, and I will use this one a lot more. And I don't want a bag that is perceivably a better value that just sits and gathers dust in my closet. I would rather have a bag that I spend a little more on, but get the cost per wear down because I'm going to use it and enjoy it and love it. So those are my thoughts. I'm really curious to know what you think about this bag. I want to know what you think about the price. Would you buy it? Is it a bag that's on your wish list? Share in the comments below. As always, if you like this content, if you like these types of in-depth reviews, please like and subscribe. Otherwise, if you want to see other types of content, please be sure to share in the comments as well. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks again, and bye for now.